much. It was so awesome. And then also I quit my job for other reasons that happened to come up unexpectedly, but doTERRA has definitely been a blessing through that and made it so not scary. And then hitting silver the same month that I quit my job was amazing. Good night. And so I just am so grateful for all the opportunities and how I'm able to pour into it more. We have people over to our house at least 2 or 3 times a week to talk about oils, whether it's a wellness consult or a one-on-one or teaching classes, or we go out and do making takes. It's been so much fun.
That's awesome, Emily. I love it. And seeing your pictures. Stay-at-home mom life, the best. Okay, well, thank you guys for sharing. It's like so fun for me to hear that stuff. And girl, I like can't even tell you, like November was like clearly insane for our team. And I just know that that is like just the taste of it. Like I just think about next year, like guys, I was silver last year. And I just think like you guys are all in the same exact position. And I just get really excited thinking about what next year will be like on our team, and just like seeing you guys all evolve as leaders, like, it makes my heart so happy. But anyways, okay, so I'll go ahead and dive in. The first thing I wanted to touch on is leadership. So Tyler and I are planning to go to California, as is a lot of you guys, I believe, are. I haven't talked to everybody, obviously, but some things that I just wanted to briefly cover is, first of all, leadership is awesome. And I think leadership will be even more awesome this year. But I wanted to give you guys like a brief overview of what to expect. Maybe you already like kind of know what to expect, but the cool part about leadership is it is entirely business focused. And there are like, it's only silver and above. So you're going to leave like feeling so inspired by other people in doTERRA that are actually like doing this business. And the reality is like what you see on the LDC, while like I obviously try to make it as awesome as possible, it's still very limited, and there's still people doing doTERRA in like such different ways. And like we're all in this evolution of still figuring out like what it means for us to be the best leader that we can be. And so to be able to be around that many high level leaders is such a gift. And you like, for me, it just like expanded my vision really of what doTERRA could be. So anyways, this year they're doing strength-based training, which like I've always been obsessed with Strength Finders because of the way it really highlights who we are as individuals. But I think you guys will really love it. And then they're also going to do specific rank-based breakouts, which will be so helpful because they can personalize it more to the place that you're at in your business right now. So I'm really excited about that. And like, obviously they're launching this, not Share Success, but like the Empowered Success doTERRA business training. And to be honest, like I felt like on our team, what has been lacking has been systems, whether it's Share Success or Edge Success. And if you're from South Dakota, you obviously heard me talk about this even last year at our end of the year party. And I just like still haven't found something that could catch hold and really empower our team in a structure-based way. And so I'm like super excited about what the Empowered Success training will do for our teams and how we're able to train other builders specifically. So I think whoever comes like will definitely benefit from it and love it and leave like changed as a leader and more empowered for 2018. So just one like detail related thing, we as in like Tyler and I, and then Melissa are both, hey Melissa, looking into doing some group housing. And so we want to try to find as cheap as possible of an option, and then also as close as possible to the actual training. And so the biggest thing is when we did it for convention, it was just kind of stressful, not because of any of you guys, but there were just some people that were very iffy. And so to like divide up the payments and have everybody pay us on time when we put money on our card was all like a kind of a stressful situation. And so just to keep it a little bit less stressful, what we're going to do is if you have your ticket for leadership bought and your flight bought by December 31st, then just let us know and we will make sure to count you in for the group housing. We're going to find the best option that fits for the number of people that we know that are going to be there. And so if you end up not getting a ticket or a flight before that time, but then you decide later you want to, then obviously there's other options for housing. They have like hotels that are available, or like if we have an opening at the house, we'll obviously make it work. But we would just like love to know what to expect as far as numbers. And then there's a chance that we might split up, as in like Melissa's team would have a house and then the rest of the LDC would have a house with Tyler and I, just because Tyler's already done some initial looking, and it's been really difficult to find the size of house that we need to fit everybody. That's still affordable and in that area. Long Beach is just kind of expensive. And so anyways, we're going to do our best, but we'll keep you guys posted. And so just let us know as soon as you have your tickets, text us, and then we will keep you guys all in the loop about that stuff. And then I'm going to go through and highlight the different promotions that have traditionally been done in different months of the year. So if you have your pen and paper, this is probably one thing you for sure want to take notes on. Class. Oh, go ahead.
Are you recording this?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, Laura. I am. So in January, traditionally, doTERRA will do the New Year, New You promotion. I'm sure you guys remember that from last year, where if somebody enrolls with a 100 PV order, places a 100 PV LRP, then they get the free 100 points. And so I had looked at some of Ange Peters' stuff, and what I love about what she did for the year was she broke it up. So each month for her team, she like gave a highlight for what you could focus on each month. And so in January, she suggests that you really focus a lot on taking care of your team well. So as in like you're really focusing on doing a lot of welcome calls, videos for your team, helping people get on LRP that haven't been, and then launching new builders. So if that's helpful for you, I'm just going to say what she highlights for each month, and you guys can take it for what it's worth. February, traditionally, doTERRA does the the petal promotion with Jasmine and Rose. And then last year, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but they did a BOGO at the end of February. And so she encourages you to focus on your network during February, which would mean like you're focusing on expanding the number of people that you share doTERRA with. And no matter if you do this like every 3 months like she suggests or not, I really encourage you to look at 2018 and start strategizing what are the things that I'm going to do to expand my network this year. I don't know, I'm just finding that you like at least need to have one thing on your calendar, whether it's a big vendor show or some sort of a big event. Like last year in Waco, we did the Reflect, Reset, Radiate. No, sorry, that's the fund. We did the Project Reset 4-week series, and I did it like I initiated with 4 business builders and we hosted educational classes. It was probably the scariest thing I've ever done in my life, to approach business builders and like propose to them that we should do this community education thing. But seriously, like me stepping into leadership like that and into that scary spot, I think really is what launched me in a like completely different way. Like even if it was just for myself and building that confidence, I mean, I did enroll like maybe 4 or 5 people from it, but more so than that, it was like just like what it did for me as a leader. So anyways, things like that where you can like get out in the community. Other ideas for your network would be doing like a specific referral focus with your team. Meaning like reaching out to people on your team that love their oils but don't want to do the business, and just ask them, say like, I'm looking for other people that are like this. Do you know anybody like this that you think would be interested in essential oils? Or maybe you ask them straight up for referrals for people that would be interested in doing doTERRA with you as a business. I talked to a Double Diamond in Salt Lake when I was at the AromaTouch training, and she literally said most of her builders on her front line are because of referrals, where she straight up asked her for people on her team like that. And she said, like, do you know other people that would be interested in doing a wellness-based business like this with me? And yeah, so anyways, amazing stuff. And then also, I don't even know what that says. Lining up other classes, like obviously with sharers from your team. So that then in March, traditionally doTERRA does a 200 PV promo month. And so WholeFit suggests that you do this as like a rank up month. So traditionally, I think a lot of people will hit new ranks in doTERRA in the month of March. And this is also when they traditionally do the start of the incentive trip for doTERRA. And I would love to see more people on our team like earn the trip this next year. Like, oh my gosh, it's just a game changer. So it's something to really mark on your calendars and be intentional about. Then in April, there traditionally aren't doTERRA promotions, but that is when we've done our cleanse as a team in the past. Like we start at mid-April, so you can mark that on your calendar. I haven't decided an exact date in April, but we will start in April. And this is a great month to focus on your team. So this works out perfectly because you can really invest in your team and teaching about the cleanse products. And then in May, she didn't have a promo listed, but she suggested this as a month where you really focus on expanding your network. And then in June, doTERRA traditionally does a 200 PV promo month again, and this is a great month to rank up in doTERRA. July, she had written as a 150 PV promo month, but I don't think doTERRA did that this month. I think they just did the BOGO. So again, like these aren't for sure things, but just things you can pencil in. And this is a great month, again, to focus on taking care of your team, maybe doing some fun barbecues or family or like customer appreciation type things. August is a great month to focus on your network. And again, she doesn't have a promo written down. Wait, was BOGO was in July? Yeah, it was. Okay. So then September, traditionally doTERRA has done a 200 PV promo, but they did not do that this year. This she suggests as a rank up month, but I'll be honest, this year for me, September was a terrible month when you look compared to the rest of my months. But what I'm planning to do this year is we are going to do the cleanse starting mid-September. So like immediately post-convention. So I want you guys to all mark that on your calendar. I want to do that as a way to help with volume during September, pre the launch of all the new convention products, because obviously doTERRA will launch their new products in October, again after convention, and then start having post-convention tours. So to kind of like spread out that volume, we're going to start the cleanse in September this year. And then October is a great month to focus on your team. November is traditionally BOGO month. And then it's a great month to focus on your network, especially doing vendor events and things like that for leading up to Christmas. And then December is obviously traditionally frankincense, and it's a great month to rank up in doTERRA. So hopefully that gives you guys a good overview, and I'd encourage you to like maybe even have a like game storm sesh with your immediate upline on things that you want to do each month, and just start planning, because I think it will just like help make doTERRA super sustainable in your life. And for me, it's more enjoyable when I can plan out more like that. So the next thing that I wanted to talk about, or the next two things, are what I'm looking for more specific feedback from you guys if you have any thoughts. We are going to do the Dare to Elite program for our team, and this is going to be a program that if it goes well, I'd like to do it a couple times or 3 times a year. So something we can use on repeat to really help newer builders on our team. And so really like what I hope it will help with is, number one, creating a system of support. Like when I look at high level leaders in doTERRA, what I always see is that they like have systems in place to support people. And what I found is like early on for me, I just tried to support every single builder, and I tried to do it all the same way, like doing a ton of stuff for every single one of them. And for me right now, that's just simply not possible anymore. But then also I think it, for us as an entire team, like when you have a system like that, it just is going to free up more time for you to be able to do your own, like reaching out and finding new enrollments, and like just being able to have more space in your business to do stuff for you and just not always doing stuff for your builders. And then also it really opens a beautiful space for cross-line inspiration and people getting encouraged by other people, maybe that their personalities are more like them, but they're on a different team or something like that. So it creates another great space for community, just like we have on the LDC, only this would be for educators. And so the Dare to Elite program, the things that I wanted to cover, I'm just going to go ahead and share my screen so you guys can see what we've been working on. Here we go. So the Dare to Elite program would be very similar to Diamond Club in the way that it's modeled. And so the purpose is to equip all the people involved to build a firm foundation in their business, really empower them to be able to go after things on their own ultimately. Okay, so the duration of it would be for 3 months. We would start January 1st and go through March 31st. And then we are going to have specific requirements, but these requirements are only for people that are looking to compete and earn prizes. This was a suggestion that Melissa had made, and I love it. I feel like it fits our team really well, and it'll just be really, really helpful. But basically, if people personally enroll at least 2 people, and their team has to enroll 5, so that means if they're a brand new builder and they don't have any other builders, they would need to enroll 5 in order to be eligible for the prizes and more in-depth time from their upline. Like obviously when you see people hitting enrollments like that, you're probably going to spend more of your time pouring into that person and helping them. Everybody's required to attend the weekly calls that we're going to have, and then to have 5+ events, whether that's a one-on-one or class per month. And then they're going to have personal growth assignments to do as well. So if they do that, these things aren't exact, but basically our goal would be that when they get their 100 PV enrollments, they're going to get a free oil. And if they get a 400 PV enrollment, they're going to get a different free oil. And then we will have those weekly calls with, we're still like lining up the exact content. My goal would be that it's not always only me or always only Melissa, but that we would get some other great leaders from other teams in on those too. But basically, in order to cover the cost for all the incentives, what we've been talking about is that people that decide they want to participate would have to have a sponsor, just like you do in Diamond Club. So Melissa for her team, and then Tyler and I for our team will do like 50-50. Like we'll pay for 50% of the incentives, and then the builder that's participating would ask someone else to be their sponsor. So in theory, this is like, so say a new builder on Danny Owen's team wants to do this, and Danny is their enroller. Then they would potentially ask Danny, will you be my sponsor? And then you would agree or not agree then to pay for 50%, and then we would pay for 50% of the incentives when they're enrolling. So basically just a strategic way to invest in newer leaders on our team. And so again, like I'm totally open to suggestions, or if you guys have concerns, I'd love to hear them. But for us, like we've just found obviously that like when you can invest in people that are enrolling, you're going to be earning it back and faster anyway. So it's a great way to invest in your business. But we feel like the gift of like the incentives and then specific mentorship and like the community of this program, what we're hoping is that it will just create a lot of like excitement for people to like go after it, you know, like at the beginning, like getting a free oil like that would be huge, you know? So I'm trying to think if there's anything else in here that I need to cover. So I will take a break. Melissa, is there anything that you want to share about that? Any thoughts that I missed?
Dare to Elite?
Yeah.
Not really.
Okay.
Well, we are going to talk about like how many participants do we really feel like are going to happen from?
Yes. Like, so Melissa suggested this. I love this idea. Do you guys like right now off the top of your head, when we're starting January 1st, I'd love to like go through and just hear all of your guys' thoughts for like right now. Who are people that you can picture on your own teams that would want to participate in this? I'm just going to take some notes so we know like approximate numbers.
I think that my builder Jenny and my builder Jessica would probably do it. I'm not sure that Carrie would.
Yeah.
She was ready to hit the ground running like that, she might be willing to if it's one-on-ones. But
Yeah. And she'd still be, sorry to interrupt, I was going to just clarify. So she's still totally allowed to be a part of all the calls and stuff like that. If people feel like the intimidation or whatever, like if they're like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine enrolling 5 people or whatever, or I don't want to have 5 classes or one-on-ones, they can still be a part of the calls. We're going to take a break on the tribe time calls. So these will be the only calls available for educators on our team. So even if people aren't ready to like participate for like the prizes per se, like I would still heavily encourage your people to be on the calls and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I think that even people like Kelly or Anna would really benefit from them, even though
Yes. And that brings up another good point. So even though this program is for people that haven't hit elite yet, for me, like even the way I'm going to be approaching it is that like all the challenges that are provided, I'm going to be a part of. And so I just like encourage you all that if you can be involved as much as possible, just like you're asking your leaders to be, I promise your leaders will do better the more you're involved and the more you're doing the challenges with them. And, you know, like they just sense that camaraderie and that you're not asking them to do something you're not doing. So even like accountability worksheets or like the little personal development worksheets, like I would love it if Londa's still filling those out. So I still have awesome stuff to have conversations with her about, even though she's a gold, you know? So, thanks for bringing that up, Laura. Dawn, what about you? Do you have any people right away that you picture wanting to join it?
Yeah, sure. On Christina's team, Megan and Shara.
Yeah.
And Lorene and Mara. Sarah and Kara. Ashley and Julie.
Sweet. Londa?
And Abby.
Abby.
Oh, yes.
And Brittany Muller. She doesn't own the enrollments to those.
Sweet. What about you, Londa?
I'd like to see it like get presented without all the like expectations first, like almost like have an introductory night where you can like have the first call where everyone just wants to be on it because you can earn free prizes and whatever, like give them the why, like get them like committed to wanting to do it, and then say, now here are the expectations for prize and stuff like that, you know? Otherwise, I feel like one of the biggest things we battle with new builders is limiting belief, and I feel like they're just going to really count themselves out because I'm never going to enroll 5, I can't have 5 classes, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And I think if they just put that like on a graphic or like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good. I love that, Mel.
On Brittany's team that I think that Kim Rose would probably do it, maybe Ann Jewel. Like there's a couple people on Brittany's team that I think might do it as well.
Heidi Nelson.
Yeah.
And even maybe, I don't know, maybe Emily Pitts, the new massage person. I'm not sure, but.
Or maybe Amanda Reba.
Yeah, or Stephanie Rose even.
Right.
Mm-hmm. What about you, Londa?
Sarah's team, I think Caitlin and Ashley Rieger.
Yeah.
And then Tiffany's team, Becca Oram.
Yeah.
And then maybe Anna and Michelle.
Mm-hmm. Sweet. Maybe Alyssa Storm? It'd be a great thing to ask.
Yeah, I could ask her.
At least get her on that first call. Yeah, cool. Emily?
I think, Melissa and I have talked about this. If Megan would be on board with Jim, it would be awesome to have them doing it. And on their leg, Leah Anderson and Michael Ellingson is a new builder. Yeah. And he is super excited, as is Angela. So I think that would be something that would be really timely for them and really exciting. Audrey's leg, I think she would be interested in having conversations with a few different builders there. potentially Dee and her mom, and Heather, who are her front lines. But then I think deeper than that, she would be interested in a couple of gals, Bobby and Marie, who we don't want her to sign up for the business ideally until her 90 days, which would be the middle of January. So if it's possible and I'll talk to Audrey to see if she wants to have that conversation with her, and if it's possible with the program with you and Melissa, if you had someone who was going to be a builder halfway through January that could take part in Empowered Elite or Dare to Elite, excuse me. And then my mom's lake is my ghost leg, and I have a builder there, but I have a couple of builders, and they're more participants than builders. So but
Cheryl might hop on the calls, who knows.
She might. Yeah. I know Melissa's had hit and miss conversations with her. So it would be worth asking. But as far as those that come to mind initially, that would be that crew. Yeah. I guess.
I'm sure you and Mel have probably talked about this, but even just like in general for everybody, I feel like it provides a really fun opportunity to reach out to people on your team that have been placing pretty much 100 PV order and share a lot anyways, and just like suggest the business opportunity to them and say, we're doing this awesome program. I'd love to support you through it, that sort of thing. So I don't know if you have anybody like that, but
I do have one that I just, she upgraded to an advocate. Cool. She's been placing over 125 PV since she enrolled. And so I have her on my mom's leg, and she's interested in getting her oils paid for. Cool. Not super interested in the business yet, but she has a baking business on the side that she would love to do full time and quit her job. So I'll definitely check with her to see if she would be interested. I don't know how committed she would be on the calls with wanting to do classes and whatnot, but she just texted me this week that she shared my number with somebody, and she's sharing me as a resource for them. Okay.
Cool.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. Yeah, that's awesome. It'd be a good person to reach out to and ask.
Yeah.
Cool. Who's that?
What's that?
Who are we talking about?
Cindy Halbersma.
Oh,
and I think it would be worth talking to Andrea too this month to see, because I think she's eligible to move if she would be interested, because she's sharing and asking us questions all the time.
Did you already say Michael Ellingson?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And then Leah and Christy.
Yep. Oh, I didn't say Christy. I guess she would be good though too. She just slipped my mind.
And then Cheryl.
Yep. Mm-hmm. What about you, Danny?
Did you already talk about Audrey's team?
Yeah.
I might have missed this, Kristen, but so say, for example, like Clint, who hit elite really fast, but now it's going to take him a while to get back there. I feel like he would be incentivized by participating in the prizes and stuff, but what if they've already hit it?
I feel like, honestly, I would leave that up to your discretion. Like Laura asked a similar question about Anna, and I feel like if you feel like they would still be motivated by the prizes, then I'm like, why not?
Yeah, okay.
You know?
So I was thinking Clint, Fallon, my cousin, under Teresa.
What's her name? Sorry.
Fallon, Falyn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She has no one underneath her yet, but I know that she'll be incentivized. Danielle and Dallas.
Uh-huh.
Noelle, even though I think she could hit it this month.
Uh-huh.
Possibly Michelle or Amanda. I don't know what to call her underneath Heather. Let's see.
Hannah Sims.
Yeah, Hannah or Taylor's. Hannah Taylor or Hannah Sims.
Yeah.
Lisa underneath Heather. I don't know about Emily and Austin.
Yeah, probably.
And Kate's.
Mm-hmm.
Casey, if Jill talked to her, and Robin, if we got together with her.
Oh,
and
then, enough. We've got enough of your
sorry. There's so many people that have just not been activated, basically.
Yeah.
So it's good. And then
Anderson and Lauren.
Yeah. Kyla,
Heather Cash, like Teresa's sister. No,
she's a ghost.
Is she a ghost leg? Okay. Yeah.
And then Lauren Blue, who has never been moved, but she places a nice hefty order every month.
Yeah, so. She won't, but we could try. Danielle.
I said, yeah.
Oh,
down.
you did. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah, I do have her name down. Yeah, cool. Or what about Heather Mooney?
I thought about that.
No? No.
Mm,
Yeah.
possibly.
Okay, cool. Who else have we missed?
Are you writing all these down?
Yeah, I do have them all down. Is Kelsey still on? Kelsey's gone. Stacy's gone?
Was Kelsey ever on?
I thought I saw her name once. Yeah. Is Stacy gone too? It looks like it. Mel, do you have anybody specific?
Catherine Hartz.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think of like who wouldn't already be shared. Probably Lacey Rapp.
Yeah.
Molly Gossmeyer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Kelsey Harsh would or not.
She might. I was talking to, well, maybe I'll have to tell you about that later. I think she might.
Yeah. And
things in her life might be changing.
yeah, I heard about that. Can't say I was disappointed. Oh, you need to rely on another income? Where? I have to build this business. That might be it. Because we already talked about Emily's team, my mom's whole team.
Mm-hmm.
That's Kelsey's. And Stacy, I don't have any builders over there.
There are some other ones on Melissa Dargitz's team. She's really trying to launch, and kind of like Danny said, they're just not active. They're not taking off. But the other names would be Laura Lee, Anita, Jan, and then I forgot about Missy. She's Anitra, but it's Missy.
Yeah.
And then I just had a nurse upgrade, and her name is Wanda. So I will definitely ask her.
Cool. Yeah, and Londa, Courtney just added like 2 or 3 people to the educators page. It was Courtney all like, yeah, like Amanda Merole, and I don't remember. You can check who is her friend that's in the group, but yeah, it'd be worth talking through it with her. Cool, guys. Well, that's encouraging. It sounds like we could have an awesome group, and I think like everybody will just like feed on each other's momentum. So I'm like even more so like, oh my gosh, we have to get our butts moving and get more stuff. Like, I mean, we have good stuff going, but whew, it's good, exciting. So do you guys like, well, I guess it would probably be if you guys have any sort of concerns about like the sponsorship portion of it or paying 50%, if you have people that are asking you to sponsor them, that sort of thing, don't hesitate to message me or Voxer or call or whatever. I am more than willing to talk through it, and just like if you have any suggestions in general for the program and things that you'd like to see as a part of it or anything like that, I love to hear input.
Well, it gets, the only will get kind of messy is you get like an Abby Thomas who's enrolled by Heidi, who I got no one active holds their enrollment.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can't remember what our conversation said, like as far as like Cheryl Benson. And
yeah, that would be mine probably, and Kelsey O'Blennis and Kelsey Harsh, and
so you would consider yours?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I'm getting the fast start, so yeah, exactly. Yeah,
we're looking at having the like announcement just to make sure everybody's on.
Yes. Can you help me with that?
Time. Is there another one coming up next week?
What?
Is there a tribe time coming up next week?
Yes, that's a good idea. Just announce it then.
I've already told my team there's something happening January 1.
And then, yeah, I've already mentioned it to my team that's been at my house, but I haven't mentioned it to the whole team yet. So.
Yeah, no, I think it's a good point that I need to announce more details about it. I'll probably just plan to do part of the explanation on Tribe Time, but mostly like direct people to our launch class and get people really excited about showing up for that.
Will you create like a separate Facebook event?
probably either an event, or I was thinking a separate group. I don't know. Then I'm like, well, if these are replacing our tribe time calls, then do I just do it on the educators page?
I think something separate would be very helpful.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you can pull over on the educators page like valuable videos, but like let all the chat happen
Yeah.
somewhere else.
Yeah. So probably a
Even
separate
recorded
group.
video, Kristen, because my people don't hop on live very often.
Yeah. I hope that changes. We'll see. Yeah. Yes. Good stuff. Thanks, guys. And if you have more,
freaking cold down there, like up here, people don't have anything else to do. That's
true.
So true.
Like nobody's going out and doing anything tonight. We're all inside in our house under 40 cover.
So true. So the next thing I wanted to cover is the ebook, and I just basically wanted to give you guys a little bit of vision of what I'm picturing that it will do for your teams. At the beginning of my business, I felt like this tension all the time between having to focus, like obviously at the beginning, it's like I had another job, like you have your whole life, and like I'm doing doTERRA on the side sort of thing. And I always felt this tension between like focusing on newbies and getting intro classes running and inviting new people to all my intro classes and like working on my leads and stuff. And then like this other tension of like what I didn't do very well, which was take care of my existing people and really pour into them, build LRP on my team, like help people experience the products in other facets besides just their brand new kit. And so my goal with the ebook is that it would be something like the LDC that would provide fresh inspiration every single month with products based on like just like seasonally rotating different topics and things like that. And then what my plan is to like take pictures and then also text and like basically have a Google Drive laid out just like we did with the BOGOs, so the images and the text can be used for your own Facebook class to take care of your LDC members that are on your team. So when I say for you guys, I mean like it doesn't have to be you only, like it could be you and your builders. Like those are just like conversations that you have to figure out individually with your different leaders. But like, for instance, like Londa could have her own class, but then maybe like Tiffany wants to run her own class. So like Londa's class is primarily people that are on her other legs or whatever. Like it can be run however is best for your team. But my goal is that it just like really starts activating even like levels deeper of our builders to help model for them and make it really easy for them to like create or like put out valuable content that even like gives them confidence in what they're providing for their people. Like I'm sure you guys have all experienced, but like when you have a class and you rock a class and somebody comes to you and tells you like, thank you so much, that was awesome. Like it builds confidence in yourself, especially as a new builder. I feel like that's so important. And so like my goal is that we would have awesome content every month that's fresh, that people can like actively get out there in front of their own teams and like feel like confident that they're providing awesome content, and then maybe do a few lives on there or just like get comfortable in this space of teaching other people. When the builder surveys were filled out, there was a lot of people that said that they wanted fresh content for classes, and they also wanted support in knowing how to help build LRP on their team. And so I feel like this is like such a fun way to really target those two areas. And then the other cool thing that you can do with this and run with this that Laura had said that she's planning to do, which I love, which is like basically you have an online class and then you also could have an in-person class every single month based on the theme. And it could be a different way to, again, support your team with fun, different topics. And it just gives you like a really like clear focus. In the ebooks, I'm going to have like different recipes, like whether it's like diffuser recipes or rollers or food recipes or like anything like that. So like each month when you're doing things for your team, you can use those as a source of inspiration for those classes. And you can do whatever you want with it, but I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. So yeah, basically the goal is to, number one, create even more awesome community through the LDC. I just like love what has happened. Can you guys believe like the LDC started in January, I think, of last year. I think it was after Cancun even, or maybe right before. I can't remember, but it's been a year. Like, just like blows my mind. So anyways, my goal is to like extend that community, make it even more powerful, and like create little like spheres of that community within each of your team, little pockets. Like those fun classes, the more intimate they can be, I think the more fun sometimes they can be, because people actually know each other and get to know each other even more. And then the second part, caring for your team and just like creating extra space for builders, especially new builders and stuff, to be doing 101 intro classes, which really should be the focus when you first start out building. But when I just feel like when you're trying to do both, it can be really hard to do both well. And so my goal is that this would simplify things so people can focus a lot on their intro classes and reaching out to new people and finding, just nourishing your network like we talked about earlier. So do you guys have any questions on that? I've been working with Kelly Langfit. Our goal is to launch the ebook like shortly after January 1st. And then I can't promise that the Google Drive will be ready right away on January 1st, but my goal is to have it done within that first week. So do you guys have any questions at all about it or any suggestions? Again, I am totally open to any thoughts that you guys have. Nope. Okay. Well, thanks for joining, everybody. I guess, Melissa, we did our highlight of 2017. We shared it at the beginning of the call. Do you want to share yours?
Only if I get to hear everybody else's.
Do you guys want to go through it again?
It's recorded, Melissa. You can go back and listen to it.
I actually forgot to start recording until
shoot.
during yours, Emily. I did it during yours. I was like,
Shoot.
dang it. I wrote them down, if that counts.
Totally. She always just has smart comments, so I thought I would zing her with one.
Yeah.
You're older now. You're pretty getting up there.
I'm like a wise old owl now.
It's good. Oh, but I was for real.
Yeah, for real. Mm-hmm. Was your highlight your diamond bag that you got today?
I didn't get it today. I got it yesterday, but I don't know if that was my highlight of my year.
I'm totally kidding.
I don't think that was the highlight.
Lawanda, being a Lawanda diamond.
Are you getting a Lawanda shirt?
No, but thank you, Luana. I got 2 bouquets of flowers.
That's awesome. Does everybody know about that? Basically, they sent out all the diamond flowers to all the brand new diamonds in November, and it like Teleflora, I guess, is who it was done to, and they accidentally put Lawanda, the name Lawanda, on every single diamond's flowers.
They still looked good.
Yeah.
I would say my highlight would be a couple months ago, I had the last exception move for movement team, so I've like completely cleared up my front line. All of my people are under builder. I don't know, just like having the past of not knowing how to build behind me, like the first 2 years where Chris and I were just like making up as we go, like kind of fun and like learned a lot along the way. I don't know, just when that last move happened to Stacy's team, it was just like, what? Just cool. It was a good feeling.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, bad placements. That's Melissa and I's stories.
Well, we had bad coaching too. Like,
yeah.
Well, it wasn't even considered coaching. It was like just like if a builder doesn't want to build anymore, just let their their front line roll up to the next front line. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
And don't do it 3 times because that's real bad.
Yeah.
But here we are. And it's all
learned a lot through it. Yes. Thanks for sharing. Gal. Well, I love you girls. Thanks for joining tonight.
I'm for real. But no one else is going to share theirs?
Oh, you really want to? Okay. So I said what was my highlight was, oh my gosh. And I can't even, I said one, but now I'm like, there's like a billion. I said Diamond Club. Diamond Club was, even though it was like it was a hard season, really just like this last year in general, like we worked our freaking butts off. It is like worth it times a billion for like our lifestyle and what it's like now. Like I can't even tell you, like every day I'm like, is this for real, our lives? But like just like going into Christmas and like being able to not have to worry about vacation. We're going to be away from Texas for a month, just doing stuff with family and a few classes, and I'm working on content like crazy and all that kind of stuff. Like, it's just crazy. But anyways, Diamond Club was so awesome just to connect with even more people face to face that I see on the LDC page and like actually hear their stories. Like, especially the Sioux City crew, there were like some really like powerful testimonies that happened out of that crew. And it just like, in the season that I was in, it like drove home even deeper like why I do what I do and why it's so necessary. And so I'm just like super thankful for it. It was so good. So I picked Danny.
Next in line. I just said more about the bigger picture, and going to convention with 3 leaders in however many months was just crazy. I mean, of course, there's stories along the way, but
it was that Mexican food. Did you go that night? No, that was just me and my mom. And
we went to sushi the next night, though, or one of the nights.
Is getting caught in the elevator.
We went to the other Mexican restaurant.
Elevator. The elevator.
The
Elevator.
That's where the magic happens.
Yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get a free oil out of that, because all of us tagged doTERRA and we were like, we got stuck in the elevator at a convention, send us something.
They should have.
And getting all the vests from the workers.
Yeah,
That
them.
We get free.
Ashes from the chairs.
Yeah.
Danny, you want to pick somebody?
Laura, since you were on, I was going to go for you. Unmute.
I would just say, or what I did say was that seeing my builders become empowered, we've been doing the Jody Hoffman thing, and so just seeing them kind of catch the vision and seeing in myself just that the dream is coming true. I feel like it's been, a long time coming, and not really a long time, but still feels like I've been working hard for so long. And so to finally see it paying off and really looking at what the future is going to look like in 6 months or a year, and seeing my builders catch that same vision.
Laura, can I just ask you fast what specifically you're doing from Jody's stuff? Like roller bottles in class, or what is it specifically?
I think just that my builders feel more empowered to actually teach on their own. So they have a clearer vision of what that can look like for them, and they can even go back and rewatch these videos and take notes and really kind of script it for themselves and make it their own.
You're just saying training has given them that?
What was that?
You're just saying her training has given them that.
Yes, it's given them the feeling that they can do it on their own. Whereas up till now, I've been teaching all their classes for them. So
that is one way to do it.
You can get yourself to gold, apparently.
Yeah, you did.
You want to pick somebody? Laura, do you want to pick somebody?
Pick who's ever at the basketball game.
I pick Emily. Wait, is Emily on?
I'm here. Yeah, I can start my video now. I'm done eating. I was making dinner and my phone was down and up, so it's not what you want to see. But what's that?
You do know it's 10 o'clock at night, right?
Yeah, I know. We've been busy. So,
Work full-time job.
Yeah, that was a highlight, quitting that. And how doTERRA has been such a blessing through it. And I've been able to have people over to her house like 2 or 3 times a week since I've quit. We've had people over to her house and talked about oils or done wellness consults and gone out. The Make and Take was really fun this week, and convention was a big highlight. That was huge to be able to go there and to have all that education and come back. And I just feel like God has blessed me beyond what I ever expected so far. So just excited to see where this journey is going to go. And yeah, really pumped.
Thanks, Em.
She's gonna have our first 2018 LDC baby, right?
Yeah.
Is it me or Megan? When's Megan due?
Good question.
Yeah, a few of them. Amelia's might be due in January, actually, end of January.
Yeah. And I usually run late, so like chances are not.
Just don't make sure you have it at least 2 or 3 weeks before leadership. Just
yes,
kidding.
Right? No, I want to. Yeah.
Well, leadership's March like 29. Aren't you due in February?
Yeah, but sometimes
Oh.
I feel like I had the gestation of an elephant. Like it just keeps going. I'm due mid-February, so baby
Yeah, that's
better be
right.
out like well
Valentine's Day,
before
yeah.
then,
Uh-huh,
and flies
yes.
for free. So I just
Yes,
don't know with
please.
plane ticket if I can buy it without a nameless child on it, or how that works. So I'll have to check
Oh,
into that.
They're just considered lap child, aren't they?
And I think they don't even have you
Yeah.
put lap child until it's like check-in time pretty much or something. I don't remember when we bought our
Okay.
ticket having to put it on there yet.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. You can pick somebody to go next.
Who is still here who hasn't?
Londa, Dawn.
Dawn. I hand the mic to you.
Well, Melissa, I just mentioned that what was freshest on my mind was the appreciation night last night. It was a doTERRA Christmas open house, and it was a chance for me to take some real leadership and appreciate my customers, honor my leaders, and just show some real leadership in me. But I think what's changed more than anything this year, Kristen, you're asking for names who might want to do that elite launch, and I've got 18 names.
It's amazing.
And 8 of them are personally enrolled. So a year ago, that wasn't the case. It's just, I'm just needing to get them launched.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
I'm really
people like that too.
excited about January.
Yeah. Too.
January, I'm excited about next November when y'all are getting your
It's
For
actually
real. LaWanda Flowers.
January through March, though, right? You said?
Oh, yeah. The program. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I think Melissa's saying, did you say next November, Melissa, when they're all getting their LaWanda flowers? Mm-hmm.
They don't believe it, but that's when I hit silver last November. That's what a year does, y'all. Yep.
Crazy.
And some of you guys are hitting gold, so you're already a whole rank ahead of where I was at. So blue.
Londa's turn.
Can you hear me okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Melissa, I just said my highlight was convention with my husband there, and just letting him experience that, and he's just like caught the vision for it, and he is more engaged now and will ask a lot of questions about like structure and commission and what I need to hit the next rank and all this stuff.
Sure, he does ask questions about commission. That's the only question I can ever get my husband to ask. So, like, how much do we make at this rate?
Yeah.
Going.
Yeah, so that was just really fun for me.
just so you know, they actually pick up the laminated compensation plan when you hit diamond. And then they sit down at lunch and start reviewing it. And then you go, what are you doing? And he's like, well, we better start figuring out what this thing's all about. And I'm like, until now.
Oh, so funny.
It was his lunchtime a couple days ago. It was good.
So good. Well, thank you, ladies. You really are all my favorites on the LDC, and I'm so thankful and blessed to be a part of your journey. And pray for me lots that I can get all of this content out. No, I'm like really excited. I'm just kind of slightly perfectionistic, and my mind goes crazy with all these ideas that I have. And yeah, all the practicals of getting them down in paper. I know it will be great. It's just like 10 steps to silver and all that kind of stuff. So anyways, pray for me in that. But thank you for sharing this journey with me and for being on the call tonight. And yeah, I will for sure see you guys all next Tuesday on the tribe time, and I'll keep you posted and in the loop with everything. Let me know what your plans are for leadership, and we'll keep you posted on housing stuff too. So,
Hey, Kristen, you know that you can diffuse into.
Thanks. Good idea. Yeah. Wait, how do I diffuse it? No, I'm just kidding.
Class coming up that I think you could really enjoy. Like how to use Windows 101.
Perfect. Sign me up.
You'll record tribe time, right? I don't think I'll be able to make it.
Yes. Yeah, we will.
Hey, Kristen, just a thought, if it would be helpful, maybe it's too many cooks in the kitchen with this, but with the PDF that you're making,
yeah,
if you want to share it with us beforehand,
yeah,
and whoever wants to and is able to read through it and to jot down any other ideas or thoughts on it,
that's a good call.
An option that I'm signing everyone up for.
I'm like doing it all through Evernote. What, Mel?
She has a degree in journalism too, so she has the same kind of eyes. So.
Yes, it's true. Yes, I'm like right now I have like more. I have an outline written and like things added in there, but it's like more like the ideas in my head and stuff, and I'm having problems getting it in all out there. So, but anyways, if you guys have Evernote and if you would like to be a part of it and see all the stuff as it's getting written out on paper, I would love it. It'd be awesome. So yeah, I don't know exactly how Evernote works. I guess it's through Gmail, that I would share it with you. So just like maybe text me what your email is that you have Evernote through. But I would love that. Like any ideas and like, I mean, Melissa, Danny, Laura, and Londa are all helping me in a few different ways. Londa, I need to send you an email with all the recipes that I need you to send over. So anyways, but yeah, that would be really awesome, Emily. So thanks for offering. If you want to just text me your email if you have Evernote, that'd be awesome. Cool. Thanks, ladies. Have an awesome night. Bye from Little
Merry
Rock.
Christmas.
Yes, you too. Bye.